One of the reasons why I love e-commerce so much is because even though it feels so popular, it's still a growing field. In fact, I believe e-commerce penetration is only at 22% of total retail sales. And in this video, I wanted to highlight a concept using an example store that is worth over $5 million to show you how even though the space is extremely competitive and this space that I'm going to show you is even more competitive, there's still room for everybody to eat. So let's not waste any time. You already know how we do it on this channel. The store that I'm talking about is called Gobi. Gobi.co. And what this store is basically what it says right here. Modern luxury meets everyday brushing. So a toothbrush company. We've seen a lot of these in the past. I mean, I remember reviewing Quip, which is a $160 million oral care brand. And you guys really loved that video. It was super interesting. We learned so much from the process that they're following to continue to grow and become $1 billion company. But Gobi here is like a little fish version of that. So I figured this would be really interesting to show you. Now, as you see here, it's a pretty clean store. I mean, not as clean as Quip, not gonna lie, but we're comparing apples to oranges here, you know, like it's not a fair comparison. However, this store is crushing it right now. I mean, they've raised over $5 million for their brand. And as you see, this is kind of their hero product or their winning product. It's kind of funny because in the dropshipping world, we call a bestseller a winning product. But in the e-commerce landscape as a whole, with investors and founders, people call a winning product a hero product. Same thing, different word. But anyways, this is basically their winning product right here. It's this electric toothbrush. It's not the cleanest design, but it is kind of cool. I think it looks interesting. And now they've actually came out with monochrome versions of that. So same toothbrush, same technology, but monochrome colors. So I think they definitely saw that Quip was much better in terms of the design of their product, so they've decided to go with a monochrome version. Everybody loves monochrome nowadays. It's sort of a futuristic, minimal look, so that's something to keep in mind for the products that you sell as well. And real quick, I just want to say the best way to learn how to build an online business is by actually doing it, by actually getting the experience. So if you've been interested in doing that, then I want you to click the 14-day free trial link that I have in the description for Shopify. Shopify has some incredible new themes that are completely free for you to use. So click that link and you can try it out for free for 14 days. That's pretty cool. But anyways, let's continue here. But let me show you something cool. So the electric toothbrush industry is continuing to grow, and a lot of people would think maybe it's a winner take all situation, right? Where the best toothbrush company is going to acquire the whole market. And you know, that very well could be the case. I'm not like a market analyst or anything. I'm just giving you my perspective on this for whatever it's worth. But as you can see, the data doesn't lie, and the data is telling us that there is growing demand for electric toothbrushes. This trend doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. And oral care as a whole is also continuing to rise in demand. So people want to take care of their teeth more and more. I think this has birthed a lot of interesting oral care brands like Snow Whitening and other teeth whitening companies. But besides teeth whitening, there's companies like Gobi and Quip that are actually tackling the root source of the issue, which is people not taking care of their teeth in the first place. So if we take a look at their landing page, it's actually extremely simple. They just have a nice GIF going on that looks at the product, some testimonials, and that's literally it. I mean, all of their text is super small, and they don't even show all of the reviews. They just have this little review tab here, which I'm not necessarily sure is conversion optimized. I think it would be better if they just had this whole review tab on the product page, like at the bottom, so people could read more reviews instead of having to go to a whole other page in order to do that. I think that increases friction and it would probably decrease conversion rates. I'm not sure though. I can't actually look at the data, so we don't really know. But for some reason, that's how I feel about it. Now, what's cool is that, yeah, this is literally all they sell. It's just these toothbrushes. So it's basically a one product store around this toothbrush. I mean, they have different colors and stuff, but ultimately it's the same thing. And then they have a couple complementary products like oral care, like creams or, chargers and stuff like that are just related to the main winning product, which is the toothbrush. So this is actually a really great example of how you can create a one product store with complementary products that you can upsell. So, this is a toothbrush brand, but then they also have accessories for the toothbrush. Super cool idea. and definitely promising, and definitely a great way to increase your average order value and your customer lifetime value. Because if people really love this, then chances are they're going to keep buying the toothpaste over and over. They're going to have to get new brush heads, and then you could even introduce a recurring revenue model to your business, which, you know, adds a lot of valuation if you're ever looking to sell and stuff like that. So super interesting. Their biggest social media is actually Instagram. I don't think they're active on TikTok at all, which is a mistake. They should definitely be taking advantage of Instagram Reels and TikToks. There's no reason not to at this point. You know, their Instagram has a decent amount of followers, but their engagement is not that good. So I'm guessing most of their traffic and growth is coming from ads. Maybe they're also doing some retail stuff, but as you can see, they're running a few different types of ads here, mostly these retargeting kind of picture ads, as well as these UCG kind of ads. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's a good ad. I like that. And then they have some more stuff here with Business Insider. I mean, that's a weird thing to quote, but like, hey, I'm not judging this brand here at all. If you're the owner of this brand, I think it's beautiful. I think it has so much potential and you're already growing it so well. I definitely think your advertising could be slightly better. Like, I don't know if Business Insider is the best person to be quoting here, especially with a quote like that. I feel like that's a bit generic. It would probably work better to have an actual customer quote there from an actual customer that bought this. Like this one. This one's a little bit better. Get your buzz on. That's actually a good headline. Get your buzz on. I like that. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much more to say about this. I just thought it was really interesting how even though this is a very competitive space and we've seen brands in this space that are trying to get to the $1 billion mark, there's still competitors that are still thriving and doing really well within the same market. So sometimes, you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create a whole new market to sell in. You could just see what's working out there, try to make something slightly unique or better, and boom, you created a 5 million plus brand. So hopefully this motivated you in some way. It definitely motivates me to continue to do what I'm doing and not give up. If you did learn something from this video though, I want you to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more. But that's it. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.